terrific show tonight. The one, the only. Robin Williams is coming out in just a second. But you see, when you book someone like Robin, you have the problem. Who can follow Robin Williams? He searched only one man, Jerry the Chicken Man. From Somerset, Kentucky. This is Jerry the Chicken Man.
Jerry the Chicken Man's on tonight.
Tonight.
Oh, man.
You've seen him on the cover of magazine. You've read his book.
Yeah.
He's here tonight following Robin. And very cool music from Velvet Revolver as well. So it's a good show. And tomorrow night, controversial filmmaker Michael Moore. I wonder why Michael's coming on so close to the election. We'll find out. All right. You all know my first guest, Oscar-winning actor and comedian. His films include The Fisher King, Good Will Hunting, Insomnia. Latest movie is great, The Final Cut. Very creepy. Robin's good in these roles. He does a terrific job. It opens in theaters tomorrow. Please welcome the one, the only, Robin Williams. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you for the lovely Jamaican melody. Irie One Nation. Welcome to the Jay Leno Jamaican Christmas special.
That's right. That's what it looks like. It looks very,
Yeah, right there,
very
right
festive.
now.
Yeah.
This is lovely where the smoked chicken has been awake for 2 days.
Really?
This is, wow, very colorful. Nice debut.
Nice to see you. I'm anxious. Did you watch the debates last night?
It was a good night, actually.
Yeah.
W looked a little thin. It was okay working there.
Right.
Every time he gets a good answer, I think that Karl Rove's going to come out and give him a treat. Well done. Well, good job. Thank you. I just want to know, the second debate, that thing where he walked down stage and went, how you doing? Who's he winking at? Like, hey, I know you're there. It's hard to hit on someone in the middle of a national debate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see that, but I like the fact that, initially they wouldn't have the cameras on each of them, but
Right.
But very seldom do you. I never saw Churchill do.
Yeah.
It was great. In the convention, they compared W to Winston Churchill, which is kind of like the Carrot Top Mark Twain comparison.
Right.
I don't know. He says some wonderful things.
Yeah.
Run, Forrest, run!
How about Kerry? How did Kerry do?
Kerry's holding on there. Sometimes he has the warmth of a snow pea, but that's okay.
Of a snow pea.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I know these things, and I'm glad that we haven't gotten into the whole Vietnam debate.
Yeah.
He was in Vietnam, and George was in the same National Guard unit as Bigfoot. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him. I saw Bigfoot, too. I go Guard unit now. You come now. Don't be afraid. You got to report for duty. I'm just going to finish this one. I'll be right there.
Now, Iraq, of course, is a big story.
Right.
And you were over there. You visited the troops.
I was
that
there
was great.
a year ago. It was 2 days after they had caught Hussein, which was kind of amazing because when Saddam Hussein came out of that hole, I thought he looked like Nick Nolte.
Really? Yeah. Wow. You thought, hey.
Yeah. I was like, I came on a plane with Sean Penn and walked out and I took something and the next thing you know, they're picking lice out of my beard. It's a weird thing. And he was amazing because when he walked out, he said, I want to negotiate. Wow.
Yeah, that takes a lot
That's a lot of cojones, man.
Yeah.
I'd go like, oh, time's up on that one, my man. Well, he lost his sons. He'd lost Ide, Uday, and the third one, eBay, is still alive.
eBay is still alive, yeah. eBay is still out there, yeah.
Yep. Still no weapons, though.
Still
no weapons of mass destruction. Look out there. They found the one. Oh, look, we found a weapon. No, I'm sorry. That's a weather balloon.
I was wondering why my voice was changing.
And now they said, the CIA said there were no weapons of mass destruction, no connection to Al-Qaeda.
Right.
And then Condoleezza Rice said that if the sanction had been lifted, he would have had the weapons of mass destruction. So now we're into pre-crime.
Right. That's a thought crime.
There's Rumsfeld waiting by the ball to fall. Like, I know.
Well, are you optimistic about changes in the future there?
I'm hoping for change there, big time, because after being in Afghanistan, the elections in Afghanistan,
right.
I've been there too. I mean, you want we've got to, you've got to deal with it because you're in the midst of it. The weird thing in the first debate was, remember when Kerry quoted George I and said that, you know, there's no exit strategy. Why did we get involved? At that moment, you saw W kind of, phone call, Dr. Freud, phone call. At that point, he was like, your father didn't go in. What are you doing? Well, come on, Corky. We're going to do what Dad couldn't. The one thing that Kerry kept saying, though, is, you know, Osama bin Laden, where is he? You didn't get him. He's 6'7" Arab on dialysis. Wandering around making travel videos in Pakistan. They look, it's like he's doing bass fishermen in Pakistan. Here I am by another mountain stream.
Now, you're living in San Francisco now. Well, you have for a long time now. The whole gay marriage is a huge story up there.
Oh, you can't say gay marriage. You can also say same-sex marriage, which for people who've been married is kind of redundant.
Right, yeah.
It's always the same sex. Oh, daddy, whoopty. Wow, happy. Then they said you can call it a union, then the union guys get pissed off.
Yeah, hey.
It's not a union, you know? It's not local pipe fitters number 69, you know?
It could be, actually.
Hey, Bobby, what are you doing? I'm fitting a pipe, you know? I don't care, you know? What you got to do, basically, is, you know, amendment, commandment. Your call, my man, you know? You know, there's a lot of people going, you can't put pork in the Constitution, too. Put that in. Put the pork thing in it. Do the pork thing, and I will stay.
Well, how about the governor, Schwarzenegger? How's that?
You know, it's very strange. For me, very happy. Initially, there are a lot of old Germans going, it's so easy. You don't have to invade. You don't need armor or artillery. You just repeat phrases from movies. So weird, but maybe the possibility of actually a moderate Republican. And, you know, it's like, remember when W used to call himself a compassionate conservative? Right. And I always thought, weird kind of combination. It's like a Volvo with a gun rack.
Right. But, you know. Volvo with a gun rack.
Yeah. Put that down.
I like Volvo with a gun rack.
You know, we had initially, you know, he gave back the luxury car tax. And if you have a Hummer, and I'm talking about the car, you know.
Right.
You know, you need these big cars to carry around big American asses. You got to do that. I have a hybrid, which is basically like a golf cart. You know, it's like, when it has to make a noise to back up, it's like, beep, beep, beep. Even deaf people go, I know it's a hybrid. Okay. It's just mon car.
Is that the actual sign for small car?
Small car. Big car. It's a big. But, you know.
Oh, look, we'll take a break. More with
right
Robin
back.
right after this. More with Robin Williams.
I know.
Welcome back. Talk with Robin Williams. Hey, what do you, I haven't spoken to you since Martha Stewart went to prison. What's your take on that?
Martha's gone inside, my man.
Well,
Nobody knows the duvets I made. You call this quiche, Warden? I can't wait till she starts teaching classes and somebody goes, Martha taught me how to do a Trump door in my cell window. I no longer say bitch is a derogatory term. I call my lifetime companion, who is with me in my cell, together we are doing lovely needlepoint with Martha. I like working with her. You know, it's a designer prison anyway.
right.
You know?
Yeah, it's Camp Cupcake, isn't it?
Yeah, Cupcake prison?
Cupcake. That's the name, Camp Cupcake. That was
Camp Cupcake.
Camp Cupcake.
Someone's going over the hedge.
Right. That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. What's the lethal injection? Oh, my God, they're doing Botox. Like, oh, God, dead woman spying.
Now, I want to talk to you about Final Cut. I saw in the movie the other night. I really enjoyed. You're very good at these creepy guy roles.
Yeah, it's nice to do that.
No, but it's fun because it's so opposite.
People think, oh, you're a nice person.
No,
Not really.
No, horrible.
No,
This you get to know the real Robin.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Thanks, Jay, and thanks
Well,
for
he's really not a bad character. See, I don't want to give it away. Describe the movie and what you
great.
played.
You told him, yeah, okay, you didn't give it away, kind of.
No, yeah.
Except for Condoleezza Rice is going, I know how it ends.
It's a fascinating Tell people the concept.
Basically, it's the idea of a kind of a near or an alternative future where they can put a chip in utero and that will record everything in your life and from womb to tomb, basically. And when you die, they take the chip out, and it's recorded all the video and audio of your life from birth till death. And then, for those, your loved ones, you basically create a rememory, taking the highlights. There's a computer program that sorts through, obviously, the day-to-day number of hours in bathroom. You know?
Right.
Thank you, delete. But and basically, you pick out the highlights from that after talking to family and friends. It's basically like having your own AFI tribute.
Right, exactly.
And here's another movie I think you'll like. Here's a turkey that I didn't want to baste. But it's basically that this technology would exist, and the good and bad of that. And, you know, subjective memory versus objective memory of, you know, your brain works in wonderful ways, and obviously present party's brain works in very interesting ways. Remembering certain things, and I don't know what happened. Here's your money, here's your money, here's your money. Where's it going, where's it going? All right, got it right here, right here, right here. Got a help plan, maybe got a help plan. Oh, not there, right now. We want to vote this way. But, back to the movie. You can see people home going, what was that about? Little fractal.
But you're a cutter, right? That's
Yeah, Cutter's basically an editor. He looks at the footage, and my specialty in this movie is editing the darker, the very, the questionable lives, people who have secrets that they don't want revealed.
Right, so you take those out. And
take those out, and I'm the one who's capable of looking at them and looking at the really nasty stuff.
Any stuff you would want to erase?
I did a pretty good job from the age of 38 to the age of 30 to 38. Even then I couldn't say it. Those were my lost years. And
yeah, those were the lost.
You remember me then?
I remember the Robin.
Hey, Jay, how you doing?
Robin's on the corner. Go pick him up.
What you doing? I look good, baby. Mr. Robert Wilson, you better go home now. You better put on some pants, too, if you're going to go on the Tonight Show.
And you get to make...
And you give me back my pimp suit, too.
You get to make out with Mira Sorvino, some love.
You can make out with Mira Sorvino. Thank you for that moment. She is gorgeous and also stone cold brilliant, which is a lovely double bill.
Yeah, and she speaks Chinese.
Speaks Chinese, which is always good to have in case of outsourcing.
And that's exactly... And that was perfect Chinese. That's amazing.
A friend called up. A friend had a computer breakdown. He called up the helpline, and all of a sudden the first person got on the phone. Hello, my name is Bob.
Well, that's what they do.
Oh yeah, they teach people to say, I am definitely in America helping you with your computer now.
My hand to God, we called the guy. I called the tech line here, and I got a guy in India, and I said, thank you. What's your name? He goes, Abraham. I said, oh, Abraham, that's an unusual name. I said, where's your phone? He said, Abraham Lincoln. I said, why Abraham Lincoln? He said, we were told to pick names Americans would be familiar with. Isn't that great?
What is your name? OJ. I'm going to help you with your order. And don't piss me off. I have an atomic bomb in the back.
A more serious note, I know you and Chris Reeve were really good friends.
Oh, yeah, he's like family to me.
Yeah, and you were roommates, right?
Yeah, we were classmates. He was great because I used to go to his apartment and borrow food, which is basically saying he fed me. He was brought into Juilliard to be a leading man, and I was brought in to be the character actor. So we developed this friendship early on. And I remember Hausman, we were sitting in the office with John Hausman, and because we're master's students, and Hausman was saying, Mr. Williams, Mr. Reeves, the theater needs you. You will find yourself as apprentices and soldiers in the army of the theater. Unless, of course, you can make loads of cash making movies. But he was, we started that friendship there, and he, went on to be Superman. I was Popeye. One day we were walking down the street in New York, and all of a sudden two black girls went, Superman and Popeye! Superman and Popeye! Forget Popeye, I want to know Superman. Yeah. He ain't got tights on, but I know he can fly. Come on. It was great, too. Even after the accident, what he did, his activism, and, he went from being, looking like a Greek god to all of a sudden becoming a Buddha, still very powerful. And speaking, as Bobby Kennedy said, speaking in complete expository paragraphs, very elegant, very precise. Once again, it was like you'd be walking around in New York and guys, just, hardcore working guys would yell, tell your friend Chris he's amazing, And for the work he was doing with spinal cord research, and when he was quoted in the debate by Kerry, it was a great moment because he realized that he had pushed it to be a major political issue at that point. And that he has been there for stem cell research. And, the idea that there is incredible things to be done in that area. And now with Patty Davis, Ronald Reagan. I mean, people basically coming out saying, don't ignore this because there's amazing potential, and carry that on for his legacy, I think you have to, because it is around the bend. There is something incredible there. And for me, it's a blindside, man. You know, he's gone, but he's flying, you know, because he's free from that body, but he's a...
You were a good friend.
Oh, man.
Robin Williams, thank you for that lovely tribute. That was very nice. Robin Williams, we're right back with Jerry the Chicken Man right after this. Known for being Jerry the Chicken Man.
Jerry Hombre de Pollo.
There he is, from
Hombre
Somerset,
de Pollo.
Kentucky. Jerry Isaac. Come on out here, Jerry. Right over here. Right over here. Now,
Sit on that nest, my man.
Jerry, where is Somerset, Kentucky?
Somerset, Kentucky is about 85 miles south of Lexington, Kentucky.
South of Lexington.
Yeah,
Okay.
south of Lexington.
Now,
Lake Cumberland.
Okay, now let's get started here, because we ran a little bit over, so I don't want to rush you here. But I want to hear some of your. I guess the chicken first. Let's hear the chicken. That's,
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Well, that's very good. Now, are other chickens? Are chickens fooled by that? Do chickens come when you
There's
do
a couple of hens getting real hot right now.
Yeah.
I want him, I want him, I want him.
No, I think that would be a rooster, Robin. As you can see, spent a lot of time on the farm. Yeah.
I don't know about the rooster.
Well, where did this come from? How did you get started?
I grew up around chickens, cows, horses, and all, you know.
Okay.
I guess it rubbed off on me.
Yeah, all right, okay, all right.
But we need the eggs, you know.
Yeah. And you do a turkey as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
You know that sounds just like a girl I used to go with. Yeah.
Right now, O'Reilly's on the phone going, let him do it again. Do it real slow this time, and then make a noise like a nice sheep. Come on.
Now, how about the crow? You need to stand? You can stand for these if it makes
can I
it easy.
stand?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead,
the
stand.
crow
It.
goes-
This is the crow.
Okay.
Now, how about...
Hold on, I'm going to be out here in the blind sitting with Bob and Earl waiting to see if the big ones come. Make that damn crow noise again. Teddy, we're indoors, but if we shoot a crow in here, we get to keep it, right?
That's right. That's correct.
Yeah, baby. Because you know a lot of people been eating crow recently.
That's right. Now, what did the neighbors think? And your neighbor, I mean, did people hear you and go, Jerry, what are you
yeah,
doing?
they-
They think you're strange? Or...
Yeah, really.
You married man, are you?
No, single. Divorced.
Divorced. Okay.
She got tired of the rooster, eh?
Yeah.
How many times you been divorced?
3.
You've been divorced 3 times.
Yeah. 3 times.
Do women generally like you making those noises?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you make them before or after?
It's like that joke. It's like the joke
Yeah.
about the chicken and the egg are sitting in the bed, and the egg is smoking a cigarette, and it's going, now that we've answered that question, what else do you want to know?
Now, what's the hardest one to do?
Probably the mockingbird.
The mockingbird.
Yeah.
You need to stand to do the
You got to
mockingbird?
get the saliva right.
Hey,
you
you
know.
want
Okay,
some
hold on.
water? Here, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Got to get the saliva right. This is a...
That ain't no yolk either.
No yolk. All right, this is the mockingbird.
Whoa.
Wow. That's one of the more, see, that would be like the ballad. If you were a
Yeah.
singer, that would be like the ballad.
Chicks dig the mockingbird. That's very lyrical. At that point, I'm like, we are now in a small field.
Yeah. Do you do other animals? Do you just do fowl? Is that your main area? Or do you do horses?
I do horses, cows.
Horses?
Yeah.
Let it go. Coming out of sheet number 5, Jerry. Chicken Man, laying it down.
Now you have.
Hold on, we got. Quick, get the Royal English family on phone line too.
Now you have the big finale. This is the chicken song.
Yeah.
Do you have to come back and do that? Well, because we ran late. But you'll come back and do this again. But for now, give us the big chicken finale. This is
Chicken finale?
This is the song you do?
Yeah, the song I do.
That's-
It's
okay.
in the key of G.
Okay, here we go. In the key of G.
There's a little red hen lives down the street. She can do the boogie woogie with a drumstick beat. A rooster ain't chicken if she can't make it crow. She's a red hen boogie, so she goes to roost and talk.